Look at the time! I'll miss my favorite show! What do I do?
Well, Ron, you know that you'll probably only miss the opening credits. Besides, Mildred thinks you're a neat guy. Yeah, neat guy, all right. Don't you know she'll tell everyone in the whole neighborhood how you helped her and everything? What a sweet thing to do. She probably didn't even try to get her pants out of the bicycle chain. And look at the time. You'll miss your favorite show. Besides, Mildred doesn't even know you're here. Someone else in the neighborhood is bound to help her. Ron, you know that if you were trapped in that situation, you would want someone to help you. Ah, phooey. Help her after the show. Just think of what you're missing.
Nothing but the open sidewalk ahead. The
Cool.
5,000 will get you where you want to go. Hi, welcome to Kids Talk.
Today we've got a great half hour of music, fun, and some surprises. We've asked the kids to explain the story of the prodigal son, and here's what they had to say.
The prodigal son is a parable that Jesus told, and it's about a son who worked with his father, and one day he said to his father, I don't want to work with you anymore, I want to go out and see the world. So his father gave him the money that he promised that he was going to give both of the sons. And he went out and he found some friends and he went and spent all his money. And afterwards he just thought, I better go back and tell my dad that I'm sorry. At least it's better at home than it is out here.
Story of the prodigal son. Well, there's this father, he has two sons, and one is a hard worker. He's out in the field with his dad, working away. The other one's kind of daydreaming. And one day he decides, that's it, I'm out of here. So he asks his dad for the money. He hightails it out to somewhere, who knows where. And then he wastes all his money, which wasn't a smart thing to do. Probably the GST got him. And then he finally said, okay, I'm going back. And his dad took him back. But his brother wasn't too happy. His brother said, why are you giving him so much attention when I was here working with you all day and he just ran away, wasting all his money? So, family talks and all that stuff, they finally work it out.
This is a story about a loving dad, about the love for the two sons he had. When they were young, he tucked them into bed, and he'd sing them this song as he kissed their heads.
It don't matter how far you go, you may travel the 7 seas, but you can always come back to me, my sons. You can always come back to me.
The years went by and those young boys grew. Their father taught them all he knew. They worked beside him every day. Each night they'd hear their father say,
It don't matter how far you go, you may travel the 7 seas, but you can always come back to me, my sons. You can always come back to me.
Now the younger brother had a dream, as often dreamers do.
Hey, Dad, I want to see the world. I'm tired of working with you. You promised that you'd give us both a rich inheritance. So if you please, I'd like mine now, right to the final cent.
The father's heart was very sad.
I'd like your son to stay, but if you must, then go in peace. And remember, every day.
It don't matter how far you go, you may travel the 7 seas, but you can always come back to me, my sons. You can always come back to me. Just remember these words, my son, for wherever your journey leads, you can always come back to me, my son.
traveled very far. He lived life foolishly. He wasted all his money and soon was begging on the street. No one came to help him. No one seemed to care.
I must return to my father's house if you will take me there. I'll confess, Father, I have sinned against heaven, against you. Take me as your servant, though I'm unworthy and untrue.
You can always come back to me, my son. You can always come back to
His
me.
father saw him coming and he ran to greet his son.
I'm unworthy to be your servant, Dad. I'm sorry for what I've done.
His father hugged him tightly and he brought him finest clothes.
My son was lost, but now he's found. The Lord has brought him home.
Don't matter how far you've gone. You may travel the seven seas, but you can always come back to me, my son. You can always come back to me. And the father rejoiced to see his son. You can always come back to me.
So he went back to his dad, and his dad had a feast for him, and he brought him clothes. And I think that this story can also be the same as people when they leave Jesus and go to try and see if the other way is better, and then they can always come back.
Have you ever thought about what you appreciate most in God's creation?
Well, the thing I like most about the summer is being able to swim outside and seeing all the animals being out and not cooped up in their dens.
I like the flowers and the water and like, streams.
Nice big trees that give you shade.
Well, I like coming and playing with my friends and coming to Lowood Park and having a good time.
Look around and see what a beautiful world He's made for you and me. Everywhere is love.
I think God made the flowers and the trees because for our enjoyment.
I think he made them because he loves us and he wants us to be happy.
I think God made the trees because for the birds, and if they didn't have trees, the birds might not be able to survive because they have to put their nests up in the tree.
So we could notice everything that he made, and so we could enjoy things.
When Jesus was questioned about the greatest commandment of all, he said to love God with all your heart, soul, and mind. And the second is to love your neighbor as yourself.
Sharing, loving, showing we care, giving to someone who needs help out there, growing together every day, learning His way. Sharing, loving, showing we care, giving to someone who needs help out, growing together every day, learning His way.
God shared his love with us when he sent Jesus, his only son, to the earth. And Jesus gave us the greatest gift a person could ever give. He gave us his life. When we love those around us, we show God how much we love him, and the world can see Jesus in us. That's why we should pray to be more like Jesus each day. That's why we're learning his way. When we share God's love with the world that's out there, may they see Jesus living in us. Lord, hear our prayer. We will be every day. Yes, we're learning his way.
Sharing, loving, showing we share.
When we share God's love with the world that's out there, may they see Jesus living in us. When we share God's love with the world that's out there, may they see Jesus living in us. Lord, hear our prayer.
Earlier we heard the story that Jesus taught about the prodigal son, but we wanted to know if you had any other favorite parables.
Once a man was deciding where to live, and he decided that he wanted to build his house on the sand, and he thought that that was a great idea.
He just decided to build this house on the sand so we can get a nice scene of the ocean and go fishing.
Then a big, huge storm came in, and his house was totally swept away. And then there was another guy who lived fairly close, and he decided that he was going to build his house on the rocks.
And then there was a storm and it came in and it crushed the man's house on the sand, and the man's house on the rock stayed firm.
Once there was a foolish man, built his house upon the sand. When the wind and rain
Well, I think Jesus was trying to tell us that if you build your lives upon him, then you won't be confused or go in the wrong path.
If you build your house, or if you build your life with God, and then you'll have problems, but God can help you.
And whoever listens to God's word and obeys him and lives by his word will have a good life.
He's telling us that you should be wise instead of foolish.
At times when we least expect it, we can be surprised by the benefit a good example can play in our lives.
Hey! That's me! What am I doing on there? This is weird. What's going on? Hey!
Picture a man obsessed with watching music videos. Has his reality become clouded with self-centered foolishness? Or will he find the true meaning of neighborly love in the conscience zone?
Listen, this is a story that Jesus taught about a man who was traveling, taking a walk from Jerusalem to Jericho. He made his way, and it started out looking like a lovely day.
Taking a walk on a lovely day, Jerusalem to Jericho, making his way.
He was making good time, he was keeping the beat. He had a place to go, he had a date to keep. He was
taking a walk on a lovely day, Jerusalem to Jericho, making his way.
But then some robbers stopped, and those dudes, they beat the brother up, but they picked his wallet clean. They left him in the dirt, they left him there to die. Another victim of violence makes you want to cry. So there the poor man lay, he was too weak to move. He prayed to passerby, will come and find him soon.
Taking a walk on a lovely day, Jerusalem to Jericho, making his way. They left him in the dirt, it makes you want to cry. The worst thing couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Well, it wasn't too long before a man appeared. He wore religious clothes, he had a Moses beard. He knew the golden rule, he taught at Sunday school. And he saw the man, hurt and knew it wasn't cool. But you know what he did? I'm ashamed to say. He walked across the street, he looked the other way.
Someone should help him, he needs help, that's plain to see. Someone should help him.
So who's that talking to me?
See, I would if I could, but I can't so well. And I'm really kind of busy, gotta move, gotta go. But listen, someone should help him.
Say what? I said, who's that talking to me?
Next came along a funky businessman, looking cool as ice, just like he had a plan. But he had places to go, he had people to see. He couldn't take no time for no charity. He said,
someone should help him. He needs help, that's plain to see. Someone should help him.
Say what? Who's that talking to me?
See, I would if I could, but I can't so well. And I'm really kind of busy, gotta move, gotta go. But listen, someone should help him.
Say what? I said, who's that talking to me?
I'm telling you, people, it was really sad. A body in the dust without a helping hand. Someone else came by and in a hurry too. He saw the man and stopped and wondered what to do. His job was on the line, he had pizza to go. And if he took the time, the boss would surely know. But in his heart he knew he couldn't hesitate. So he dropped the dough and the tomato paste. Picked the brother up, he binged up his booze. Took him to a place where he'd be better soon. That's how the story goes, and it's a gospel truth. So if you love the Lord, you love your neighbor too. So the next time you want to look the other way, just remember this rap and you'll be okay.
Someone should help him. He needs help, that's plain to see. Someone should help him. See, but who's that talking to me? Someone should help him. He needs help, that's plain to see. Someone should help him. See, but who's that talking to me?
Ron, you still have time before the show starts. What will it be?
Hey, Mildred. Did you like cut? Let me help. Haha, happens to me all the time. We'll get that fixed up. Have a happy day.